Hey, goeiedag dames en heren, welkom weer bij een nieuw avontuur met Sergio Productions. Je kijkt naar de Stanley Parable. Het is eventjes geleden en ik klink waarschijnlijk ook een beetje verrot. Maar dat komt gewoon puur om, ja, wat moet ik zeggen. Het komt gewoon puur omdat ik gewoon niet lekker ben en ik kan nog als hoesten tussendoor. In ieder geval, dit is de Stanley Parable in de Stanley Parable in de Stanley Parable in de Stanley Parable. Laten we gewoon het spel beginnen. Ik kijk wel waar het belandt. Ik hoop dat ik een beetje goed verstaan ben trouwens. Want verstaanbaar bent. Want ik heb een nieuwe headset. En ja, ik moet het allemaal nog eventjes uitzoeken hoe het werkt. Het is wat ingewikkelder dan... althans, het ziet er wat ingewikkelder uit dan mijn vorige headset. Dus, nou ja, goed. Dit laadscherm is altijd zo leuk. Dus als ik al zei, ik ben een beetje, ja, niet lekker. Dus het kan zijn dat ik een beetje aan het klooien gaat. Ik hoop dat alles een beetje goed te verstaan is op deze manier. Ik ga er vanuit van wel eigenlijk. Ik weet het ook niet. I really hope so. I really do. Laden duurt wel erg lang trouwens.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, hi Stanley. Oh, that's me.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Nou, zoals ik ziet, ik ben Stanley dus, hè. Dat is dus wel te begrijpen. Het is mij alleen niet helemaal duidelijk wat de bedoeling is. Ik denk dat ik gewoon vooruit moet lopen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wat de hel? Waarom heeft het spel zoveel lag, jongen? Wat is dit nou? Kappen nou. Easy nou. Kan ik inzoomen? Ik wil weten dat het beeldscherm staat. Oh. Oh. Dat was volgens mij niet helemaal de bedoeling. Nee, oké.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh wel. Het was proberen waard, toch? Is het dan nee? lijkt alsof iedereen met de haast is weggegaan zo. Nogmaals, ik hoop dat ik een beetje... Ik versta mezelf niet zo heel goed terug. Dus ik hoop wel dat ik een beetje goed te verstaan ben. Weet je wat ik doe? Ik check het gewoon eventjes tussendoor. Zo, ik had begrepen dat ik ietsjes niet zo... Ja, het was op zich goed te doen, maar dit is misschien wel even wat beter. Hoop ik. In ieder geval laten we gewoon even verder gaan met het spel. In de hoop dat we iets bereiken hier. Oh, dat is ook niet de bedoeling. Sorry about that. Dicht. I hate Mondays. Ja. Heb ik nou nooit last van, hè?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Goed, dit soort decisions, weet je wel. Wat gaan we doen? Ben ik eigenlijk op... Ja. Wat zullen we gaan doen hier? Ik moet de deur rechts nemen. Aangezien ik altijd wel eigenwijs ben, laten we deze keer gewoon de deur rechts nemen. Wat zei hij? Rechts, ja.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Jezus, wat een rommeltje. Hey. Oh, even kijken wat hier te doen is.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Well, drinking... Ja, ik ben een beetje ziekjes, dus mijn stem is even helemaal naar de kloot. Dus
yes, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Ja, best wel. Ik kijk een mooie paintings van.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Nou, dat is niet aardig. Dat is niet aardig.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Ik vind het sarcasme in dit spel. Ik vind het zo leuk, hè? Serieus. Ik kan niet jumpen, dat vind ik ook vervelend. Sorry voor dat. Nou, ik denk dat er verder niks komt.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty from vicious of cargo lift $1,000 for jumping up the... Wat? Maar dan, als je... Hè? Dan moet je... Maar dan, je bent dan dood. Ik bedoel, wat voor nut heeft dat? Ik bedoel...
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Ja, daar gaan we weer. Ik hoop dat ik nou even...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
Dit hebben we al gehad, dus gaan we door.
This room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Wat is daar dan? Ja, dat zien we nog wel wat daar is.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
What? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Ik vind zo, het mooie van dit spel is dat je gewoon... Je hebt zoveel manieren om het spel te beëindigen. En dat, weet je, ik bedoel... Ja, misschien...
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map. Because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Oké. Als ik dat in mijn... Wacht eventjes. Office space, office space. Office space. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Ik ga er een 5 voor geven.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Really?
You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Worldwide leaderboard. It's a kid. Nice. Heel grappig. Friends list empty. Oh, fuck yourself. Wat zullen we gaan doen? Ja, die deur kennen we wel onderhand. We gaan eens voor de links deze keer.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Ik heb helemaal geen keuze kunnen maken. Wat is dit nou?
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Well,
it's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Have fun, baby. Bye-bye.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for you. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
En dan gaan we wel opnieuw beginnen, zeker. Wat? Minecraft?
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
What?
But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No, here. And then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes... It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Wat? Nee, niet dit.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Nieuw game. Wat nou weer? What the fuck? Minecraft? Really? Nou weer. Oh, what the hell?
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
Mijn god.
puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Wacht eventjes. What the fuck? Hè? Oké. I'm lost. The hell? What the F? Ja, ik ben er gewoon helemaal stil van. Wat de fuck is dit, jongens? Wordt ook helemaal niks meer gezegd ook. Oh. Hey. We komen wel ergens. 4 to 7. Wat? Huh? Are you kidding me? Wacht eens even. Is het spel nou?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Okay.
I can wait.
I guess you can. Dus dat is het, denk ik. Even de laadscherm afwachten. Dat is het. En ik ga het hierbij laten ook. Vind je het leuk? Wil je graag dat ik bepaalde wegen ga volgen? Laat me weten wat ik moet gaan doen. En
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
ik zal even een voorbeeld geven. Dit is allemaal niet zo moeilijk, dit. Hier dan.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
De
the
vorige
door
keer
on
ging
his
ik
left.
naar de rechterkant. Wat gaan we doen? Want aan de rechterkant hebben we nog een andere deur waar we ingingen, waar we niet naartoe gingen. We hebben nog een lift waar we, die we moeten volgen, et cetera, et cetera. Wat gaan we doen? Gaan we de rechterdeur nemen of de linkerdeur? Gaan we het doen zoals de voice-over het wil? Of gaan we een heel andere pad pakken? Laat het weten in de reacties. En ja, ik hoop dat ik dan een beetje beter ben. Tot de volgende keer. Doei!